Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sasha. Today I'm going to share with you guys how I did this sew-in with leave out using hair from West Kiss Hair. I did want to go ahead and skip the wig for the weekend, but I did want to have some length for the Beyonce and Jay-Z on the Run 2 tour. So I decided why not go ahead and sew in some hair that I got and show you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. So I'm starting off with clean, damp hair. I'm going to add some Silk Therapy as a little heat protectant and just some leave-in like treatment or whatever. So I just want to put some of that before I start parting. Now I'm going to start parting my leave out for the top. This is going to vary from person to person depending on how you want your parting space. If you know you're going to keep it in one spot, you can definitely minimize the hair that you're leaving out. But me, I like versatility, so I like to do it on left, right, middle, whatever. When I wear my hair straight, when I wear my hair curly, it's a different story. Now the parting, as you can see, I cut out the top crown area, and then now I'm taking out the side pieces that are right in front of my ears, and I'm going to braid those down, and that's going to be the leave out that's in the front. I do want to be able to put my hair in a ponytail, so this is definitely going to help you with that. You don't have to do this part if you want to completely braid up your hair. That's up to you, but I personally prefer the leave out. If depending on your length, this might not be an option, so just keep that in mind. You don't want to look silly if it's too short leaving it out because you won't be able to pull it back. So now I'm going to take out like a small layer around, or small parting around like my ear, and I'm just going to connect that to the front. Now I'm going to take out the perimeter all around my hair just so, like I said, I can put my hair up in a ponytail. You can use a low ponytail or a high ponytail. So that's why I like to do that. You don't have to take out too much on the bottom, just enough for it to cover the track. So you're going to want to mirror, just because this is a little bit difficult to do on your own and it's a lot harder to do here on camera. That's why I'm like all over the place. I usually do this in my restroom, and I stand my like ring light in front of it and I put the mirror on there, and I just do it facing the ring light so I can see everything that I'm doing in my big restroom mirror. So it's a lot easier and a lot quicker when you're not having to do it this way. But I did want to film this for you guys. I will get into a more detailed version of this video if you guys want me to, as far as when it comes to like the sewing process, because I didn't get into much detail towards that part, and I'll tell you guys like why later. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and braid this part. I'm gonna braid the braid in. You can do it in or out, but I like to do it in just so the hair stays out of the way for sure, and it's like tucked in there. And this is just going to keep all that hair out of the way, so I'm not like putting it in on any of the other braids. You don't want to get that hair in there. This hair is going to be your leave out for the top. So you're not going to touch that again until the end, until you're straightening out. Now I'm going to create my anchor braids. This is going to allow like a more secure, stable foundation towards the top and give you like something for that track to hang on to. So I'm just going to go around that little parting that I created around the crown area for my leave out, and then I'm going to split that in half, and I'm going to braid them like running into each other. Now you want to make these braids as small and as flat as possible without compromising any of the foundation. You want something to be able to hang on to it, but you don't want it to be bulky and thick, because that's the first braid underneath your real hair. But basically you're going to braid them into each other, and it creates like this little anchor or like horseshoe looking thing at the top, and that's what you're gonna sew your final track onto. I like to start from the bottom to the top, and you guys will see a little bit more of that later, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue braiding my hair down. I am gonna braid it into like a beehive, but it's gonna get a little messy in this video. I feel like I usually do it a lot neater, and that's because, like I said, where I am, it's very hard to see. So my parting wasn't as nice as I would usually like to do them. And then sometimes if I really need to, like, I'll have somebody help me, but I usually don't have to. In this situation, I did okay. I just feel like it could have been a lot better as far as the parting went, but it worked. It looked good, and it's flat at the end, so I'm really happy with it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start from that corner. You guys are going to want to keep in mind which braids are which because it can get a little confusing. So I'm going to start on the left side of my head, and I'm going to like part going down, and then I'm going to braid that braid down. Now I'm bringing over onto the right side of my head, and I'm parting down, and then I'm going in that same pattern around my head as I did with the parting for my leave out. And I'm going to keep going in that formation, no pun intended. And then I'm going to go around to the back and part that out. And as you can see, my parting wasn't that great in the back. Did have to pick up my shaper palette and make sure I was doing everything right. But I'm going to go ahead and connect these braids to the middle, kind of like that top anchor braid. But I'm going to start going all the way around. Instead of meeting those two on each side, I'm going to continue this braid all the way like from the back of my nape around to the side of my head, up back to the crown again. So now I'm going to go ahead and part another like similar size parting around that anchor braid at the top, and I'm going to bring that braid back around. So I'm bringing it up and then back around that anchor braid until I get to the other side of where I started this braid. So just a little FYI as to why I start off with my hair damp. I feel like my hair braids a lot easier when it's damper. I don't want it to be wet just because I want it to be able to dry before I apply the tracks. You don't want to like get any stinky moldy smell or anything like that. You do want it to be dry, but my hair gets really frizzy and it makes the braid a lot bulkier when it's dry. So I prefer to use it or to do the braid when it's wet, or at least damp. So that's the reason why, because it's a lot flatter and it's easier to braid. As you guys see, when my hair is going to start drying very quickly, and the braid is going to be a lot bulkier and it's going to be a lot harder, and my hair feels like more tangled. So now I'm going to go ahead and loosen that big braid that we had those two anchors meet up, and then we're going to braid the tail of that anchor into this braid right here. So it's gonna get kind of bulky. I do want you guys to keep in mind the parting space underneath that main anchor braid. If you could possibly make it a little bit smaller, it will be better. Now you end up with this beehive. I did go ahead and use like a little weaving cap to put it on top. Now you can use the net, but I feel like the net is so hard. The weaving cap is better, and it still has those holes for it to grasp onto. So I'm going to be using some Brazilian body wave from West Kiss Hair. I do have a 20-inch bundle and an 18-inch bundle. You guys have seen me use this hair before. It's really great. If you guys are interested, I will have a code down in the description box below. I like it. The wefts are nice and clean. The hair is nice and bouncy. It doesn't smell. If you guys want a video on my first review on this actual hair, you guys can go ahead and check it down in the description box below, but this is what we're going to be using today. She's so cute and bouncy. I figured 20 inches is good enough to manage because we're going to go swimming and stuff like that, but I still wanted a nice length. So I'm going to go ahead and weave that needle through the actual track. I usually do not do this, but I do it at the beginning when I first apply the actual thread into it, just so I know it's secure and it's locking in there. Otherwise, I go underneath the weft because that prevents shedding, so just keep that in mind. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it on the bottom there, right behind my ear. Some people like to start at the front just to give that length, but I like to do it once I get a little bit closer. And like I said, if you guys want a more detailed video of how I sew, you guys just ask me down in the description box below or give this video a thumbs up and I definitely can get that for you guys. But I went ahead and applied the first bundle and this is what she's looking like. It looks so pretty. Oh my god. I'm loving her. I'm not done yet though. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the top. This is me just finishing up that final bundle and that last track that I had there. Now I usually go ahead and double the bottoms and then single the top bundle, but on this hair I didn't have to do it. You guys know in my last video this hair went a long ways, so I did have to just go ahead and single all the way through, and then I double knotted at the end. Singling at the top is very important so that you can get the flattest look as possible. I'm finally done and I'm so happy. She looks so good. This is all I had left from the two bundles. I only used a 20-inch and an 18-inch bundle. It looks pretty good. I'm used to having it like way down here, so I think that's why it kind of feels a little short. But it looks good. I know that the process wasn't like super detailed, but it's more so about the hair. If you guys want a super detailed video on how exactly I do like my hair, sew it up, place it, all of that, like super detailed, I definitely can do that for you. I just need to know if you guys want to do that, because I will probably have to have somebody like probably help me film or something, just because it'd be a lot easier for them to film while I'm doing it, because it was kind of hard for me to stay in the frame and then like see what I'm doing at the same time. But it definitely can be done, so if you guys are interested, you just let me know and I can definitely do that for ya. So this is all I have left out, and then of course I'm gonna take out the sides right here. So let's go ahead and unbraid it. And then we can straighten it together, because this is looking a little crazy right now. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab my flat iron and then grab my leave-in, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my flat iron. This is the Neuro flat iron from Paul Mitchell. I'm going to go ahead and set this to, I think I'm going to do 410. I know that's kind of high, but my hair hasn't been straightened in a while, so I feel like it's going to be, like the first time it's always more frizzy and harder to do. If you guys can hear my kids, I'm sorry, they're playing like Fortnite, and the little one is like, or the older one is playing Fortnite and the little one is bugging him. So I went ahead and brushed out my hair. I'm going to be using my Bio Silk. You guys know I live for this. I usually only use this as a leave-in heat protectant, unless like, nah, I probably usually only use this. I mean, I try other heat protectants all the time, but I feel like this one does it for me and it smells so good. So I make sure I get that really good on my hair especially. Of course I want it to get on the extensions, but I want to protect my hair before I protect the other hair. So just get it really good all up in there. And then I'm going to apply some after too, so let's get it in there, brush it out really good. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start from the bottom, just because that's how I like to start. And this hair, I'm definitely going to be able to put it up in a ponytail easily. As you can see, it looks nice and flat. I'm just going to put it right here. No, I do like to chase it with the comb. I just feel like I get a better straightening that way. So I try to do no more than 2 passes. One is actually what I'm aiming for, but like I said, my hair hasn't been straightened in a really long time, so it's not gonna get as flat as it what if it had been being straightened, because my curl pattern is like really coily. It looks really nice, really healthy. I love it. I'm gonna do the perimeter right here around the sides of my hair. Get this a little bit more when I get closer to the top, and it's easier to blend in. Into the Bio Silk, and I'm gonna put some more, and then this time I'm gonna concentrate it more so on my ends, just because I want them to look nice and smooth. So far so good. Like I said, my hair usually looks the poofiest on the first day, and then right here I feel like I have a little bit more volume because it's just so fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and stand up so you guys can see. And then right here in the front, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of layer a little bit so it can blend in more. So yeah, it's not necessary, especially if you're wearing your hair curled. You could just curl it back. But I'm more interested in wearing my hair like in the middle part. And I like how it feels. It just feels really healthy. It looks really nice. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to go ahead and wrap my hair tonight just so this can all flatten out. And I'll come back in the morning and I'll look way better than this. I won't look so like ratchet in the face. And then I'll give you my final thoughts on how I feel, because I mean, I obviously have used this hair company before and I've used the same kind of hair and it honestly feels the same. It feels really good. I'm happy that I only had to use not even a whole 2 bundles. I still have this much hair left. I could probably figure out a way to sneak it in here and like somewhere in here, but I honestly feel like I don't need it because it feels like a good density. It doesn't look like I have too much hair on the top that's like left out on my own. I like it. So I'll see you guys in the morning. So guys, it's the morning now. I went ahead and bumped the ends. I really liked it in the straight style that it was in, but I did feel like it needed a little more body, so I figured I'll just go ahead and bump the ends instead of curling it all the way up like a barrel curl. I did use my 1-inch curling iron from Conair. It worked really nice. I kept it on a low heat and I went ahead and just curled the ends of the hair. And as you can see, it looks nice and flat. You can put it up in a ponytail, super easy and discreet. Nobody would ever know if that's not your hair, girl. I do need a trim, and I am going to go ahead and like layer the front a little bit more. But overall, I love this hair, and I thank you guys for watching. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody who might find it useful, and I will see you guys in my next one. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to check out another one. Bye, guys.